coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the ground, it's Russell. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Green. Quickly complete. Turning it on. Turning on the Jets. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll run it from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And not much going on downfield. He just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
I'm trying to power it in. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Green. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? He'll set up to throw. Pressure coming. Right on the money. And the defense makes the stand. Never got close to the goal line, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Shows him the stiff arm. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a crease. It's Alston. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Now the play fake. Under fire. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw. It's Green. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll do it himself on the draw. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. He'll try the left side. Can't get him to the ground. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Hands it off. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying the left side. He's loose. To running room. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. On the run, it's Alston. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Rush is on him. He unleashes a long one. And it's caught inside the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. They're going to ride this running back. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock it down behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to the right side. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. They'll run it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Auburn going to work with another first down. They'll give it to the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Close to the marker, it's Frazier. Touchdown, Tiger! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Green. Using his feet to buy time. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Intercepted. At midfield, he's got room. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
To the ground with the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Got the first down himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. So first down will open up the final period. To the air, it's Green. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to run it. Crosses the 40. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking deep. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the defense got him at the 27.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Finds his tight end. And they're able to get him on the ground. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Back to pass, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gonna run it. It's Alston. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now third down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
He's going for the big play. He's got it for a big play. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Tight end now in motion. Going to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Green. Fires left. He's got it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
And now they're going to go for 2 and the possible win. And this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Auburn.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Running to the left. It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. They take the lead here in overtime.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Interesting decision here as they'll go ahead and go for 2. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Back to throw, it's Green. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Punts it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quick completion on the out. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. 1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. They'll go to the air. Let's it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Field goal is off the table. They have to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal here in overtime. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. 3rd and goal, and they have to find a way to get a touchdown. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And he tacks on the extra point. Now 1st down here in the 2nd overtime. Back to throw, it's Green. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that 1st.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Keeps it on the draw. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push him upfield. Quarterback
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this is why you pick defense first when you go into overtime, because I want to know exactly what I need. Nice job on 3rd down, stopping the quarterback, getting the sack, forcing the 4th down, and probably the field goal. Offense, get ready. You know exactly what you need to do.
The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Steps away. Throws for the end zone. If he runs this back, this game's over. Got some room to run. And the the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win.
And they were already into the football game, and they were already going bananas, and now even more so. This crowd has been amazing, so loud, and the defense gives them more to cheer about with the interception. And how about the return, too? Tacking on yards, really setting this offense up with great field position.
On the move, it's Alston.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Third and long, and they don't want to move backwards to make sure they have a chance to kick an easy one and win it in OT. Give to the running back. What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot.
Touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What a thriller, what a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's good. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gators will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Finds his man. It's Whittington. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Using his legs, it's Hughes. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They'll line up for a second down play. Moore will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hughes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Manning. Skips away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And it's one thing to be on the move and to be on the run and to be athletic when you're throwing the football. It's another thing when you get outside the pocket and now you start to drift and your feet aren't set and you're trying to throw the football going backwards.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Going deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on at midfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Out of the gun, the inside give. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Pocket breaking down. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coach coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to get...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida! They put the first points on the board.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Manning. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just triples to the ground.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
To throw, it's Flagway. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab at the tag. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off play action on first down. Gonna let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense.
There he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Finds the tight end. All out of space. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This one's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. The Longhorns get enough to move the chains.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of out. Knock him down for a loss.
3rd down coming up.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Gators are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden, on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Manning. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going right to work up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back is Lagway. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. You just saw one there on the crossing route.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He's now over 150 yards receiving. Might be worth noting that Taylor Jacobs holds a single-game record with 246.
Yeah, and when he got speed on the outside, find him, bro. I mean, those guys that are going to make plays, those are the guys I'm going to feature and continue to find. And so far, he hasn't disappointed. So if I'm Florida, I'm going to keep exploiting that matchup.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got room to work. Got the 1st down and more. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. We both try to catch it. A lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball moving.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. The give to the single back. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They'll run for it. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Using his legs, it's long. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They go to the ground. And they're able to get a... Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Pulls it in, it's Williams. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now on 2nd down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
That's caught, it's Williams. Gets it to the 46-yard line, 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. The quick out.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gets rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Cueva. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They're working that left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ball. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. Showing off the arms. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They feed him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Gators want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Oh, dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Back to throw. It's Lagway. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it inside the 35.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
To the air on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Hansen. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well. And he showed you his athleticism.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 34. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out to that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring forth.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw at Simpson. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Running to Green. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Looking downfield very late in the half. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wilson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keep it on the ground to start the second half. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Here comes that Alabama offense. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to...
Touchdown time! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Oh, there's an alley to the left. He's at the 20. Touchdown Gators. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Wants to throw. It's Glagway. He makes the catch for the 2, and now they're down by just a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that two-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
To the air on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Cuevas. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Got some room there to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's ball. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
We've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Lagway. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
They didn't have to blitz. They brought the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. On first down, here comes this offense. Snap in the shotgun. He'll take another shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simpson. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The short hands, it's Williams. And he dropped a quick spin move on him before being dragged down. Solid pickup on the play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wide open spaces. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Finds his man. It's Williams. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick completion on the out route. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Alabama trying to hold this lead and run out the clock. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. On target. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looking to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. They're just trying to rub it in. catch in the middle. It's Horton. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. He played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
Hey, it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The running back makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Officials signaling incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit.
Wants to go up top on first down. Coming out aggressively. Touchdown, Tiger! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got 12 trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's the handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got a man, it's Burks. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Off to the races to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On the run, it's Austin. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. slips a tackle, and he's got room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try...
Turning it on! Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give on the option. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to do it on the ground. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Hand off from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you got to wonder what the defense is feeling on this drive here, because they've had 5 straight runs now, and they ran it on 1st, 2nd, 3rd. They got it on 4th down, so that's a kick in the gut. And all of a sudden, right away on 1st down, they're running it at you again. You're not being respected right now on defense. And
fires deep for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly.
He's going to throw deep right side. Brings it down on the right side.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pulls it in down the sideline. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Touchdown Sooners! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, that's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation. You're trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He uncorks one deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he added the extra point. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. The Sooners will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. Makes the grab on the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Runs through the tackle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mateer. Caught behind the line. It's Ott. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And they'll bring him down for the sack. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Second down, he'll throw it. Safe completion on the screen. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's not going to get
seeing on both sides, really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. The Sooners get enough for the first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Defense showing blitz here. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gonna run it. It's up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock until...
And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Boom! Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Under fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown Sooners! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
In this kind of game where it's only 1 possession, 1 play could make the difference, and that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that...
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's a throw downfield late. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that.